All right, welcome to the first ever episode of the Pay or Tip Up podcast. I'm Texas DJ, and I would like to welcome you to the podcast. It's all about strip clubs, strip club people, and strip club lessons. Yeah, your lessons. You're like, what can you teach me? Well, I can teach you how not to lose your shit. Yeah, I can teach you how not to get scammed by certain people. Yeah, the list goes on and on and on. But first, a little bit of disclaimer. Guys, being my job, I can't really talk without using profanity. So guys, if you're not going to be comfortable with profanity, please leave now. This isn't going to be for you, because we're going to be talking about sex, drugs, fights, all types of stuff that makes it makes it uncomfortable for some people. All right, so if that's not you, please hit the road. For the rest of you, thank you for coming here and listening to me. You might be thinking to yourself, who is this guy, and why should I bother listening to him? Well, you know what? I've been in the strip club game for a while. I'm part of the family. Now, you know some idiots like, well, I was a bar back for 6 months. No, you ain't part of the family, fool. Okay? If you ain't got years under your belt, you ain't one of us. Okay? I've seen a lot of different stuff. I've experienced a lot of stuff. And I'm going to share all this stuff with you. Because why not? It's the whole point. I mean, some of you might be thinking, why doesn't he just write a book? Because if I write a book, it would be like the Game of Thrones fucking books. It would be 1,500 pages, and it would still only be chapter 1. Let's move on to the next chapter. It's just too much. I got a lot of people I want to talk about, like my buddy Henry Acosta, who passed away. Great guy. Okay? We're also going to be talking about sexist shit, like horrible DJs that I know. We're going to be talking about that. Places that I don't recommend you go when you come to Austin, because you don't want to get shot. That's not even a joke, okay? I worked at one strip club where we watched a video of somebody getting killed. Yeah. That's the kind of things I'm talking about, guys. You have to understand, there's a lot of information. I've had friends who have been in the strip club game longer than I have. I have friends that have been in strip clubs. I have worked at strip clubs in other states. You know, I work in Texas. You know, so I've got a lot of stories. I've been told a lot of stories by other people. And guys, let me tell you, there's a lot out there. All right? But again, this is going to be rated R. If that's not going to make you feel comfortable, please get going, because I got a lot to talk about. Oh, first thing I should say is that I'm not going to be using names of certain people. I did get permission from some of my friends to tell their stories. And the reason why is because I want to protect the innocent along with the guilty. Okay? As we go on with further stories, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Alright? So, please. But, having said that, there's some people I'm not going to care about saying their name. I'm going to throw them right under the bus. Why? Because fuck them, that's why. I don't care. That's the whole point of this. Alright, guys, but let's get started. Alright? First thing we should talk about is stereotypes. I understand stereotypes, guys, because you know what? With my job, it is hard to meet women that aren't in the strip club industry. Why? Because strip club DJs are commonly seen as drunks, alcoholics. And there's two different things, guys. I understand. Alcoholics drink because they have problems. Drunks drink because they like to drink. It's completely different, all right? Because a drunk can stop drinking. An alcoholic can't. Now, womanizers. Yeah, I've known a couple DJs that said they were nymphomaniacs. No. You're just trying to get young pussy. That's all it is. Other guys who are drug addicts. Yeah, there's a couple guys that I've known. Specifically a DJ named Paul. That's his real first name. Another guy named Paco. These guys had major drug problems. Meth and cocaine. What are you going to do? It's a stereotype for a reason, because it does happen. Me, I'm a social drinker. I don't do drugs. Don't got any STDs, thank fucking Christ, because my 20s were pretty fucking stupid. We'll talk about that later. And stereotypes, guys, we're also going to talk about strippers. Okay? Obviously strippers, because strip club industry. Okay? Are there some dirty hoes? Yeah. Okay? I'm not going to lie to you. Why am I going to lie to you? Okay? I'm doing this just to inform, to teach, and entertain. But I'm not going to lie to you. But let's get down to it, guys. A lot of people see the whole, a dirty hooker is the same as a dirty stripper. No. 85 to 90% of strippers will not fuck you for money. That's a true, accurate number, guys. And when I say that, it's because it varies about how many new girls came into town, how many people retired, how many people moved. So the number is basically 85 to 90% of strippers will not fuck you for money. You don't have enough money. If you're not giving them enough money to put a down payment on a home, which can range anywhere between $20,000 to $40,000 in Austin, you're not going to get that pussy. Okay? Let me just make that clear. Okay? Now, the 15 to 10%, yeah, you can. Okay? And we're going to be talking about that later. But yes, you can. Some of those girls are also the same girl, that 10 to 15% are also the same girls that have the drug problems that most people see as stereotypes. They're the ones that do lie about going to college. But having said that, guys, I know a lot of college-educated strippers. Okay? I have known strippers with business degrees. I knew one stripper that was actually who graduated with a degree in psychology. That's right, psychology. You might be thinking to yourself, why the hell was she doing that job? Because she was on her way to making more money than she could as a psychologist. Psychologists got to build up their business. She became a stripper, and her body built her business for her. And her sharp mind allowed her to basically use that as a foundation to grow into something bigger. Okay? You might be thinking to yourself, wow, that's pretty deep, and I don't believe it. Well, I don't need you to believe it because I've seen it. Okay? I've seen millionaire strippers. Okay? Millionaire strippers. Not just one. I've seen maybe 25, 30 of them in my lifetime. It's however hard you want to work, and more importantly, how are you going to use that money to build your future? It all comes down to it, guys. We're going to be talking about all of that. But I said stereotypes, and yes, we're going to be talking about some drunken strippers. We're going to be talking about coked up strippers. We're going to be talking about hoe strippers. We're going to be talking about Petri dish STD strippers, because hell, I'm here to entertain as much as tell stories. Come on, guys. This can't just be a fucking after-school special the entire time. And I wanted to share that with you guys. Also, I want to teach you guys certain things. Like, I thought I turned that off. Anyway, I want to teach you guys certain things, like how not to be an asshole. You might not come off as an asshole, but if you come off as an asshole, trust me, you're not going to like it. Because if you do, the only people that are going to associate with you are those 10 to 50% of strippers, those waitresses that will try to rob you, and customers that are fellow assholes. And while you might be able to click with each other, there's no trust. They will rob you. They will use you to their advantage, and you don't want to get taken advantage of. All right? We're going to be talking about that too. We're also going to be talking about my old jobs, like the Boom Boom Room. And when I found myself actually working at a whorehouse. Yeah. We're going to talk about other clubs. We're going to talk about one time where actually I got jumped in the strip club I was working at because of a little shit bitch named Goddess who caused all this problems. Okay? And we're going to get into stories like that. Stories about getting kicked in the balls. Stories about having bricks thrown at my cars. Getting beaten from behind, getting hit in the head with fucking a stiletto, stripper shoes in the fucking head, getting jumped by the boyfriends, just all types of shit. I had a manager that literally ran his car into his waitress girlfriend's car because he was pissed at her. Shit like that's gonna go on. We're also gonna be talking about the few times I went to, more than a few times, strip clubs in Mexico, where some of my friends actually, because they had no fucking fear whatsoever, started hanging out with drug dealers at the strip clubs. Alright? Stories about getting robbed by the cops in Mexico when we went to strip clubs in Mexico. Shit like that. We're also going to be talking about stories about drugs. Okay? Because drugs are a big thing in strip clubs. I don't care what people tell you. They are. Cocaine is king. But, there's also weed. Pills, obviously, because pills, nobody's going to hear you go. Pills are a big thing. Sometimes they're bigger than marijuana with some people because, pills don't have a smell to them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you fucking liar. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, guys, we're going to be talking about that. I'm going to try to get a few of my friends on the podcast. We'll tell all types of different stories. Getting fired, quitting jobs. There's just a lot to talk about. This is only the beginning. It's the pilot episode. It's only supposed to entice you about what's to come. Alright? Now I got a lot to share. And you know what? YouTube tells me these videos can't be that long. So, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. And more importantly, entertaining with every fucking podcast. No, I'm not going to show my face. Why? Because if I do, some people are actually going to know who I'm talking about when I tell certain stories. So I'm just not going to put that up there. But more importantly, guys, not only before I end this, I want to tell you, I want to have a conversation with you. Okay? I got an email and I have a Twitter. Leave questions, comments. If you want me to share your own strip club stories, like you have a friend that caught crabs, you have a friend that passed out drunk and went through a sliding glass door. It has happened, okay? Going to after hours parties, shit like that. Accidentally getting charged, police trying to charge you with kidnapping and murder. Yeah, that actually happened to me. We'll talk about that later. But guys, if you have stories that you want to share, I'm going to post the email on this video. And I'm going to put my Twitter page so you can DM me. I know it might be funny, and the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes strippers have gotten a hold of my phone number and sent me dick pics. Now, it's not funny. I understand that some of you are probably going to do that and think it's funny. I get it. Call me a fag if you want. He looked at my dick pic. I'm asking not to do it. But by me saying that, you're going to do it anyway. So please, understand. Shave. Alright guys, I'm going to post the email up and my Twitter in every single video. Thank you for listening to the pilot episode. The next one is going to be about supporting your local strip clubs. Why? Because those girls on Twitch do not deserve your money. But porn stars do. Okay? We're going to get to that next time. Till then, this is Texas DJ, guys. Thank you for listening. Please share, like, and share, like, and subscribe if you could be bothered to. If not, hey, to hell with it. All right, I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe.